Once upon a time, in a small village nestled deep in the forest, there lived a family named the Johnsons. They were a happy family of four, consisting of the parents Mar and Merce Johnson and their two children, Tommy and Susie. The Johnsons were well known in the village for their hospitality and kindness. They were always willing to lend a helping hand to their neighbors and were loved by all. One day, the Johnsons received a letter from a distant relative they had never met before, inviting them to his mansion for a family reunion. The Johnsons were excited and accepted the invitation without a second thought. They packed their bags and set out for the journey to the mansion. As they arrived at the mansion, they were greeted by their distant relative, a tall and imposing figure who introduced himself as Count von Altenburg. The mansion was huge, and the Johnsons were in awe of its grandeur. Count von Altenburg showed them around the mansion and led them to their rooms. That night, as they were settling in, strange things started happening. The doors would creak open and slam shut on their own, and the lights would flicker. The family members shrugged it off, thinking it was just their imagination. The next day, the family members gathered for a reunion. As they were catching up, they realized that they were the only ones present in the mansion. There were no other relatives, and Count von Altenburg was nowhere to be found. They searched the mansion, but there was no sign of him. As they were getting ready to leave, they heard a strange noise coming from the basement. Curiosity got the better of them, and they decided to investigate. As they descended the staircase, the musty smell of the basement grew stronger, and the temperature dropped drastically. In the basement, they found Count von Altenburg, who was conducting a dark ritual. He had summoned a demonic entity and was offering it the souls of his unsuspecting guests as a sacrifice. The Johnsons were horrified, but before they could escape, Count von Altenburg had already offered them as sacrifices to the demonic entity. The Johnsons never returned to their village, and no one ever heard from them again. It is said that their souls were trapped in the mansion, forever doomed to serve the demonic entity that Count von Altenburg had summoned. To this day, the mansion remains abandoned, and locals tell tales of strange noises and sightings in the area. Some say that the Johnsons still haunt the mansion, seeking revenge on Count von Altenburg and warning others of the dangers that lie within.